Alrighty guys, turn your attention to the screens here. We've got a couple of incredible still ads you can check out right about now.
Still more in store.
Still more.
Get your garden ready this spring with our battery garden pruner.
A huge $100 saving.
And Still Esky.
Free with any 2 power tools purchased.
Get your garden ready, still only from Still Dealers.
Jeez, that's hot.
The lawn edge.
Nah, the sun. It's hotter than a shearer's armpit out here.
Lawn looks good though, which means...
They'll be as thirsty as a pack of dingoes in the Simpson.
And will be...
Going off like frogs in a sock, mate.
Up, down, up, down.
The chill is Still free Esky giveaway. Only from Still Dealers, only while stocks last.
Hello, Wollongong. How are we all?
You.
Here we go. The original Extreme Sports, Still Timber Sports, about to get underway. We're excited to bring it to you here in the Gong 2023 Rookie Championship. We're going to kick off. My name is Dan Anstey. This is Gaz Kempster, aka Gary. We're going to get into the Pro Championship soon. Gaz?
Yes?
Start with the rookies, mate. What do you got?
All right, Still Timber Sports. As we know, this is the international extreme sport. The competition, the series now contested in over 26 countries around the world. And of course, Australia are the premier athletes. And today, we're going to have the rookies here fighting it out to take the crown. Who's going to become the 2023 Rookie Champion?
Big hello to our fans watching around the world as well. We had the World Champs over in Sweden recently, just so you know. 30 degrees and sunny here in Wollongong.
How's your Swedish, mate?
Nicked good.
Okay.
That was German.
Play on. All right, so today's proceedings, we're going to get them underway. So turn your attention, to the screen so we can see what today's going to be all about.
The Still Timber Sports Rookie Competition. All athletes will compete in 5 disciplines. The maximum points awarded for each discipline result from the number of participating athletes. The first discipline is the underhand chop. The fastest athlete will receive points equal to the total number of athletes competing, down to 1 point for the last place in each discipline. The second event is the stock saw. Points remain the same, awarded based on times, and as with all events, any rule infractions will result in a disqualification, and the athlete will receive 0 points for that discipline. In the third discipline, every competitor will need to show their skill in the standing block chop. And the fourth discipline, the single buck. Athletes will need to show their endurance to claim those most needed points going into the last round. The one board tree is the athlete's last chance to claim valuable points. The points for all disciplines are accumulated, and the athlete with the highest points total wins the competition. Thank you, Dan. Excellent work. Now we're about to get our rookies up here in just a sec. We've got 6 of them competing here today. Before we do that, we're going to introduce our Still Timber Sports officials for today's competition, starting with our Global Sports Director. Please put your hands together for Spike Milton. All the way from the UK. Be loving the weather, guys.
Absolutely.
Now, a very warm Wollongong welcome to our own Australian Sports Director. What did he want us to say? A1 Hall of Fame.
Brownlow medalist.
I think he threw a Norm Smith in there too. It's the one and only Shane Maxwell from Queensland. Good on you, Maxie. He's got the trophy there.
Look at him
He's
go.
giving it to himself, I think.
He's trimmed his beard as well. He's serious. Alrighty, and of course today, making all our important decisions, we've got our referees, or our judges, better thing. Please make some noise for Neil Richardson, Steve Lorenz from New South Wales, and from Victoria, we have Simon Holmes. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And our video judge today, who'll be reviewing things, Nathan Lung officiating the scoring in the Competition Control Centre, and all the way from Brazil, Ricardo Camargo. Give him a big round of applause. One time, please, Wollongong. Alrighty, Dan.
It's time, guys. Let's bring up our athletes for the 2023 Rookie Australian Championship.
Alrighty, all the way from Dennington, Tasmania. It's his first time competing in the Still Timber Sports Series. Please give a big round of applause to Tyson Rowe.
After a 3-year break from the sport, he's back ready to battle it out with the top rookie athletes to take home the win from Diggers Rest, Victoria, Lane Chant.
Alright, he placed 6th at last year's Rookie Championships, and he's hoping to make it in the top 3 podium from Franklin, Tasmania. Make some noise for Will Lovell.
He came 4th in the 2022 Rookie Championship and ready to take on the best of the best to make that podium today from Mitchell Park, Victoria. Matt Coffey!
Alright, he placed 3rd at last year's championship, and he's going to be ready to battle it out to get a top position on the crown from Riddles Creek, Victoria. Make some noise for Zach Giolis.
And your reigning Australian Rookie Champion, 2nd at the 2023 World Rookie Championship. He's going to be in the running to take home the gold today for sure from Yarrowitch, Victoria, Curtis Bennett. Hello, Bubba. Let's give all our athletes a big round of applause. We'll take a look at the pairings for the first round, guys.
All right, it's time to timber, everybody. So let's check out the screen and see what these disciplines are all about.
The underhand chop resembles the old school technique of cutting felled trees down to size. After removing approximately 50% of the front side, they pirouette to the back, devastating their block with power and precision, eventually driving the wood in two. Alrighty, of course, this is our underhand chop for our first heats. As we can see, Goulas versus Lovell, Roy versus Chat, and Coffey versus Bennett are going to be getting things underway. It's getting the championship, getting the trophy in their place, ready to rock and roll. So what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be talking you through some of the top competition. Obviously, we're aware you guys have seen this sometimes for the first time. So the judges are going to be getting things ready, getting the cameras ready, and then, of course, getting the live stream ready. So all the viewers from around the world are locked in, ready to rock and roll. Then when we get the green light, we'll be getting the athletes onto the stage and getting the competition down underway, of course. Slight correction, we've had a few furious New South Welshmen claiming Curtis Bennett. Bubba, apologies, Majors Creek, New South Wales. Bubba is from Curtis Bennett.
Ooh, okay. The nice adjustment there.
We started the rivalry off already.
Alrighty, I think it's time to get the athletes onto stage. It's Lovell versus Giolis in the first one. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for our first two competitors, Lovell versus Giolis, ready to rock and roll. Giselis, sorry, slight correction. I'm learning English for the first time. All right, the athletes are going to get themselves prepared. Then we're going to hand it over to the judges to get this first heat underway in the underhand chop. Over to the judges.
Athletes ready?
Alrighty, take it away, Dan. You got Giselis on 1 and Lovell on 2. How's it looking?
Boys are going to look, wow, quick turn from Lovell there. I was going to say 10 to 12.
That looked like it was 8.
Yeah, that was a quick one there. Jeez, fast strokes from Giselis on
Oh,
stand one.
bang!
Lovell's all the way through. He's going to be very happy with that time. Giselis just finishing, it looks like a second outside. Those times you can see up there, unofficial, obviously. We're going to adjust those ones in because as far as we can see from down here,
Looked like Lovell took that one by about a second and a
Lovell
half.
pushed through. Looks like a couple personal bests from the boys if the times stay here. Generally, the times will come out. Let's hand it over to the officials to see if the cuts were good.
Over to you, Steve Lorenz.
Both cuts were good.
All right, give a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. We are underway in our first heat of the day. Fantastic stuff. Both solid time by the guys there. They looked really good, Dan.
There you go. So we have revised that time there. 19.12 for Gisellis on stand 1. Lovell on stand 2 there, 17.11.
So two seconds. They look not. Good to see actually nice and early because obviously we're going to have a lot of competition going throughout. Good to see the wood appears to be a little bit softer, which is going to mean nice fast cuts, which could mean some really fast times.
Six athletes here, each discipline. We'll have 3 heats, and then we'll reset for the next discipline. 6 points for first place, all the way down to 1 point for 6th place, and a dreaded disqualification. That's 0 points. Just resetting on stage now. The tech crew doing a wonderful job here in Wollongong today. Safety paramount. We're about to get our next
Safety first.
2 athletes up, guys.
Who have we got, Dan, coming up in this next heat?
We're about to welcome Lane Chand, Tyson Rowe, imminently, as soon as we get the thumbs up from the deck crew. Tyson Rowe's first time here at Steel Timber Sports at the Rookie Championship. Very happy to have him aboard. And Lane Chand's had a bit of time off, 3-year break he's had. Back, axe sharpened, ready to go. How are we looking on stage there, gents? Officials just conferring with each other.
Alrighty, Dan, who have we got for this next heat? Give a big introduction, please.
Head on up, boys. Our next 2 athletes, Lane Chand and Tyson Rowe.
Give a big round of applause, please. Wollongong.
So no personal best, obviously, for Tyson Rowe. First time here at the Rookie Championship. Lane Chand, you can see up on the screen there. Personal best, 26.73 from that first heat. Looks like the wood is good. We could see 2 personal bests here. We're definitely going to see 1. Over to the officials for the start of heat 2, please.
Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off. So let's have a look in terms of the hit pattern. They're going to look to put, we would assume, 10 to 12 usually in the front before they're flicking over. The wood does look good, so you might get a few light ones there. Chance turned a little, I reckon it was about 10 in that one.
Early from Chand.
Beautiful
Tyson
technique.
Rowe. Tyson Rowe stand 1, Gaz.
Yes.
Lane Chand.
On 2, and there he does it.
Is. Ooh. That is a PB.
19.64. Just a little bit of a hang up there in the axe. There he goes. Get it through. Give him a big round of applause, guys. 26.47 unofficial time. Stand number 1.
So there we go. 2 PBs. If the cuts are good, which the officials will hopefully give us the old Fonzie double thumbs up in a sec. But Tyson Rowe, first time here, so that obviously will be his PB. Lane Chand after a 3-year break. Great time from him.
Over to the judges.
Both cuts were good.
Oh, there we go, Dan. Looking really, really good there. The guys, of course, a lot of these guys, it is their first time, obviously, competing. So you're going to see a lot of PBs. And these guys, first time competing in front of a crowd as well. So very, very exciting for the guys being here in the Steel Timber Sports Series. And, of course, there's going to be more PBs, of course, as the day goes, if the wood is good.
Let's have a look over the big screen, guys. Some wonderful steel products that you can get your hands on. The steel dealers are just up behind us under the steel marquee. Let's have a look at the tools of the trade here on the big screen. The axes used in Steel Timber Sports definitely can't be bought at a hardware store. Made from special steel, the blades vary in width from 19 to 21 centimeters wide and weigh between 2.5 to 3.5 kilograms. Each axe is hand sharpened with a bevel angle of 13 to 16 degrees and is so sharp you can shave it. Top athletes bring up to 8 axes to a competition, each one slightly different to account for any variances in the wood.
All right, Fantastic stuff. So we're going to look to get this third and final heat for the underhand chop underway very, very soon. And we've got a couple of very, very fast-paced
Last year's
here.
champion, Gaz.
Yes. And
Curtis
fourth
Bennett.
place. Oh, double cap. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause. He came fourth last year, and we've got our reigning champion. Make some noise for Matt Coffey and Curtis Bubba Bennett.
Curtis won last year and then placed second at the World Championship. PB's up on the screen there underneath their names. So Matt's just shy of 20 seconds and then Curtis 13.83. National record as well, that is, his PB.
All right, over to the judges for this third and final heat in the Underhand Chop Rookie Championship.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Coffee on one, Bennett on two. Big, powerful strokes by Bennett. He is not taking any prisoners here. Nice and early in the comp. He's had a little bit of a hang up, but they both turned nice. Coffee's probably got a slightly. Bennett with the more powerful strokes. They're going to look to put the drivers in now. Who is going to take it out? Bang! Coffee with the upset. He's here to play. Let's go. Dan, how'd you make that one out?
That's going to be a PB there from Coffee. There you go. You can see up on the screen, Curtis just outside of his personal best, but very tight inside a second. Pending, of course, that both cuts are good. They look good from our amateur angle down here, guys.
From what I could see, he had the axe got caught probably 2 or 3 times there, and that could be the difference between a first and a second. But of course, it is about the times in the early sections here for points. So this is going to make sure. You always don't like when the judges just lurk around the wood. But we're going to hand it over to our official judges for the official decision, Mr. Steve Lorenz.
Both cuts are good.
Hey, there we go. Fantastic stuff. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Coffey and Curtis Bennett.
So there's the first discipline done. First of 4 for the Rookie Championship. So what happens now is we'll collate all those times and get them up on the big screen. First place will get 6 points, all the way down to 6th place. They will get 1 point. And then at the end of the 4 disciplines, we add it all up, guys, and you got yourself a rookie champion.
Yeah, my mathematics at the best of times are sketchy at best.
They don't leave it up to the 2 state school boys to do the adding.
No, sir. No, sir.
Should there be a tie,
Yes.
they go back through the times
Yes.
of the cuts, and it'll be the lowest time will win.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So that all sounds more than reasonable. Very, very exciting. Still Timber Sports is underway. This, of course, is a rookie championship. You can hear the MS661s being fired up in the background. That is a bit of a good, decent segue to talk about our local steel dealers, Dan.
You could go home with one of those if you wanted.
The dealers or one of the MS661s?
Well, depends what kind.
See what's available.
Beautiful sunny day, isn't it?
But so make sure you
Good
do
day for
check
a
out
couple frothies.
100%. Make sure you have a chat to one of the local dealers if you want to obviously get a great price. We've got the local dealers in Wollongong all around Australia, 600 plus stores around Australia. So chat to one of your local steel dealers.
Happy to accommodate you in so many ways. There's the leaderboard up on the big screen.
All right, so we've got Coffee taking out the maximum 12 points. Bennett, so the last 2 guys there, our top 2, 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7, all the way through to Rowe in 6th place. But anything can happen. Next discipline coming up very, very soon. And this, of course, is the stock. Dan.
The MS661. Available from your local steel dealer. There's one here in Wollongong, but as guys said, there's 600 of them nationwide.
All right, let's check out the screen to see what the stock saw is all about.
The Steel Stock Saw is the first of our sawing events. Placing both hands on the trunk of the 40-centimetre block, athletes must reach for their chainsaws on the sound of the gun and cut 2 perfect cookies within the allocated 10 centimetres of wood or face the dreaded DQ.
All right, let's introduce our athletes and get them on stage. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Tyson Rowe and Will Lovell. All right, there you can see they've timed that beautifully. The MS661 swords coming out the stage there, ready to rock and roll. So what they'll basically do, Dan, as we saw in the video, they'll get them in position, and then of course when the judges give them the all clear, they'll get things going. Over to the judges.
Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off. Rowe on one, Lovell on two. They're going to look to get some clean cookies here. It looks like Rowe's got a slight lead. Oh, a little bit of a cut there. They want to get 2 complete discs. It's neck and neck here. I reckon Rowe's got this one. He does.
Outstanding work from Rowe. He nearly cut outside on the upstroke. He just corrected himself there, got
Made
back
the
inside
adjustment.
the log. Yeah, it's beautiful work. And he's come through on top, left himself plenty of time.
And the judge is just looking to make sure that both cuts are good because, you know, it did touch on in the video, you need complete discs or cookies, so you want to make sure there's nothing there. Over to our judge, Steve Loren, for the official decision.
Both cuts were good.
Oh, this is great. No need DQs early, which is fantastic. Give him a round of applause, please. Wollongong, great work by the youngsters. Nice work. So the video refs are just looking at the other times there as well. So once we do have those for the last ones, the official times will, of course, will come up on the screen. But 15.16 and 16.74 with unofficial times for our last competitors. Looks like we're nearly ready to rock and roll, get this next heat underway. Alrighty, let's introduce our next competitors. We've got Lane Chant and Zach Eulis on number 2. Let's give a big round of applause, please.
Warm up your saws.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off and going.
Gisela stand 1, Chance stand 2. Gisella's powering through, back on the upstroke now. Chance through the first as well. 1 cookie down out of 2. Gisella's has done it. Unofficial time 14:08. Lane Chant coming home now. Give him a round of applause.
Not bad times there by the guys. Fantastic stuff. It looked like the Chant was obviously having to obviously keep the revs up on the saw, which is really important to be able to cut through the cookie as efficiently and quickly as possible. The referees, just the looking judges, just to make sure that both cuts are good.
If they are, Gisella's will be happy with that. That'll be in the first place. Let's see what the referees have to say for themselves.
Over to the judges. Steve Lorenz.
Good cut on stand A. DQ on stand B. He's cut out of the timber.
Okay, alrighty. Give him a round of applause, guys. That's our first DQ of the competition. And of course, Dan, there is no points in DQ City.
Dreaded 0 point there. Unfortunately for Lane Chant, back after 3 years, he'll be easing back into the competition. Hopefully see him do well in the next discipline.
Absolutely.
Zach Giselis will be stoked with that effort, though. That's propelled him up into first place for this particular discipline. 2 competitors yet to come, though. Coffee and Bennett.
Fantastic stuff. All right, so it's our last competitors. And of course, these guys are leading the competition after the first heat. So we're going to expect some good times. Do we actually have their PBs anywhere that we can have a bit of a look at? We'll get those in the
We'll get them up
interim.
on the big screen in just a sec, Gaz.
Putting the high tower under pressure early. Good to see. Powering through the competition. Of course, we've got the pros coming up straight after the rookies, so don't go anywhere. Obviously enjoying the rookie competition, and then we're going to fire things up when the best of the best in the world battle it out. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Dan, who we got for our final heat? Give him a big round of applause. Dan, introduce him. Thank you.
Matt Coffey, Curtis Bennett headed up on the big stage. There are those PBs we talked about.
Hey.
Matt Coffey, 14.24. National record from Curtis Bennett, last year's champion, 10.89. The wood is looking good today. Let's see if we can get a sub 10. No pressure, Bubba.
Yes, here we go. All right. Big things expected. Let's see if big things can be delivered. Over to our judges to get this final heat underway.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3.
Coffee on 1, Bennett on 2. Both get to the wood pretty much at exactly the same time. Looks like Coffee's got a slight lead. And he has. Bennett with a little bit of work to do. He's going to take this out. It's neck and neck. Coffee on 1, Bennett on 2. Who's going to take it? Coffee again.
Oh.
Nice work. Give a round of applause.
4th he came last year, Matt Coffey. He's here to play today, though.
Ooh.
Well done to Bubba as well.
He's taken it to the champion at this stage. Fantastic stuff. They looked like very good cookie cuts to me, but that we'll wait and see. All right, over to Steve Lorenz for the official decision.
Both cuts are good.
All right, give him a round of applause. Great work there by Matt Coffey and Curtis Bennett. So, just having a quick look at the mathematics, as we do say. All right, we've got a bit of a video to show you, so check out the big screen. We got the stock saw video. Check it out.
The Stihl MS661 CM stock saw is used in Stihl timber sports. Designed for the toughest jobs in forestry, it produces approximately 7.3 horsepower, has a displacement of 91.1 cc, and weighs 7.4 kilograms. To ensure evenly and fairly matched saws, professional steel technicians prepare and test the saws before each competition. Not for hedging, that weapon. That is a
Nope.
serious piece of equipment. If you'd like to grab one, don't actually physically grab one, I mean purchase one. Talk to our Steel dealers here today under the Steel marquee there. 600 plus nationwide, Gaz.
And plenty in the local area. And of course, we've got our merch stand as well as you're sort of coming through under the archway. So make sure you see the lovely ladies in there. You get all the merchandise for the Steel Timber Sports Series. So check out what they've got. They've got the t-shirts, hats, jumpers, you name it. And of course, they've got the competition shirts as well. So you can get your favourite athletes. Now, we've got the stock saw points there. It looks like Matt Coffey's taken out another first with the 12 points there with a PB 13.81. Fantastic stuff. And then, of course, all the way down there to Chant, who obviously got the DQ down. A little bit disappointing, but we live to fight another day, and we go on to the next round of competition.
3 personal bests there up on the big screen. Here you go. This is the overall standings now. Coffey's gone bang, bang. 12 points for both disciplines, totaling 24. Last year's champion, Curtis Bennett, in there at 21. And Zach Gisellis creeping into the top 3 podium finish with 20 points.
Now, it's all about consistency. You obviously want to be up in the top lot of sections throughout the week, but if you're getting the maximum points in every time, it's going to be hard to beat. So really good start there by Coffey. Bennett hot on his heels and, of course, is the reigning defending champion. The other guys, very, very close, all the way down to Champ with a little bit of work to do. Unfortunately, when you get that DQ 0 points, really does put you off the pace. So it's very important that even if you obviously a little bit off the pace, that you are getting some points so you can stay in the hunt to be crowned the rookie champion.
Two disciplines down, 2 to go here, Gaz.
Exciting stuff.
Standing block up next. We're going to load that video onto a floppy disk and get it on the big screen in just a sec. I believe we're ready to go.
The standing block is
Over
the
to you,
second
Dan.
X event of the day where athletes slay at least 50% of the front side before traversing and turning to remove the back half, finalising their hit patterns with ripping overhand drives.
There you go, the standing block. Simulates the felling of trees historically.
Absolutely. This is as raw as it gets. So here we go. So we can see in heat number 1, we have got Chant versus Rowe.
Heat 2, Lovell versus Gisellis, and then on to heat 3, Bennett versus Coffey.
Alrighty, so we're going to get the athletes onto the stage very soon. We're just going to get, of course, the deck crew is just going to get everything set up. Very, very efficient between. So big thanks to all the deck crew throughout today's competition.
Eyes up at the big screen, team. Let's have a look.
Still more in store.
Still more. Get your garden ready this spring with battery grass trimmers
Save $30.
and our awarded battery lawnmower.
Save $100.
Get your garden ready. Still only from Steel Dealers.
Well, that seems pretty straightforward.
Get yourself sorted coming into a very wet summer here in Australia. You need to get the yard sorted.
Alrighty, so as we said there, we got Chant v Rowe, Lovell versus Gisellis, Curtis Bennett versus Matt Coffey. I love how we've got in the last heat, it's first versus second, so it really does build up the competition, of course, as you get into that last heat. World record here, Dan, is 11.90, and the national record, of course, i.e. the Australian record, is 12.16.
standing block getting set up on the stage now. Vertical log, as you saw on the screen, simulates the felling of a tree historically.
Basically cutting sideways rather than down for the uneducated, i.e. me.
Coffee currently leading the competition. Matt Coffee, he's 2 from 2. Full points for the underhand chop, 12 points.
Yeah. Bennett in 21 points second, Gisellas 20 in third, Lovell 18 in fourth, Rose 16 in fifth, and then off the pace there, Chant with 8. Of course, as we said, that DQ really does put you back in the competition. You need to get a couple of cheeky firsts to get back in it.
And it particularly hurts. We have made an adjustment this year as well. It's not 6 points down through 1. It's 12 for first and 11, 10. It's as if there were 12 athletes there. 12 counts counting backwards, but the DQ was worth 0. That's a problem. So usually the minimum points you get are 7 for coming 6th. Tyson Rowe there just telling us it is sweaty.
He asked to turn down the heaters. I'm not sure how we do that in the gong.
No. Push through is how you do it. So it'll be Lane Chant taking on Tyson Rowe here. Both these boys desperate for some points to get themselves up the leaderboard, currently in 5th and 6th. Takes a little bit of reset time on the stage here for the standing block. Our tech crew doing a wonderful job as usual.
Alrighty, we got the stand 1 ready to rock and roll.
Hopefully about 30 seconds away here, team. We'll get you underway.
Mate, we're powering through the competition. You're not even 40 minutes in to the day, and we're already 3/4 through.
Wait till we introduce 12 athletes up next for the Pro Championship.
They are fast, though.
And we whittle them down to 8 and then down to 6. The hot sort. We'll get to all that shortly. Rookie Championship currently, please. Big round of applause. Lane Chant, Tyson Rowe making their way
Let's
up on
go!
stage. Currently 5th and 6th. They're going to be going hard at it here at the block to make sure they can chalk up some much needed points. PB for Lane Chant, 31.06.
Over to the judges for this first heat in the standing block.
Athletes ready.
Chant on 1, Rowe on 2. The right-hander versus the left-hander. The big, long strokes from Rowe versus the precision cutting of Chant. Chant turns first. Rowe with a little bit of work to do, but he is putting a lot more work in that backside. He's going to look to put the drivers in a little bit earlier. Who is going to get the time? The fastest time for the first heat. That is a beautiful, beautiful time. Bang!
Wow, Lane
Mate,
Chant.
he's hit that through mid-on.
His personal best prior to this was 31. He's just shaved a cheeky 13 seconds off that, if you don't mind.
And Rose just cover drived the lock there.
Different tactics as well. Tyson going for more hits in the front and hopefully less in the back. Both of them looked like they paid off. Only a couple of seconds between them. Let's see if those cuts were good, though.
Both cuts were good.
Great start by the guys. Give a round of applause. It's Lane Chant there with a PB, I think you said there, Dan?
Absolutely.
Chill, of course.
Easily going to come in. Looks like he took 13 seconds off it. Well done, Lane, after 3 years off. That's a sensational effort. Tyson Rowe, first time here. So that will be his PB, somewhere around that 21-second mark. Good times, I tell you what. Looking forward at the personal best coming up here. So Lane did that in 18.29 or thereabouts. Will Lovell's PB's 19, Zach Gisellas 18, Curtis Bennett 14, Matt Coffey 23.
Fantastic
he's
stuff.
He's in the money there for sure. Curtis Bennett is going to be looking to put in the absolute best effort he can here because it's very tight at the top. He's in second place, 21 points. Matt Coffey first on 24.
Just having a look back here. We've got a beautiful crowd building here at the Gong. It's nice to see everyone's turned out. What a beautiful day to be alive. And then, of course, in the breaks, we can go have a dip down.
I think you told me earlier if Brad DeLosa wins, you're going to do a nude backflip off the lighthouse, aren't you?
I just need a please and thank you.
Doesn't need much encouragement. Oh, guys, give us a wave up on the camera there, team. We can see you coming through the crowd.
Just wait. This is going to be on Channel 7, mate, guys. Of course, we stream all our championship competitions on 7, mate. Dan, what are those times there? We often hear you on the, I think.
Check your local guides, mate. Varies.
Yeah, they do different,
It does
don't they, per
vary
state? Great call.
across the weekend.
Nice deflection by you.
7, mate.
Some
Hovers
would have said you might have known him in each state.
hovers around sort of midday and then into the early afternoon on Saturdays and Sundays, depending on your local market. But check the guide on 7, mate. Give yourself a wave. You'll see yourself on the telly. Hi, Mum.
Hopefully we've got a few giveaways out to the crowd. No promises. Haven't seen the box of goodies just yet. But looks like we're nearly ready to get our second heat underway, of course. Just going to wait till we get the thumbs up from the guys, and then we'll introduce Will Lovell and Zach Gisellis. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the athletes onto stage and get this second heat underway. Will Lovell on stand 1, Zach Gisellis on stand number 2. Here we go.
Good PBs here. Will's PB, 19.79. Zach Gisellis, 18.84. They're going to need every little bit of that.
What was the time to beat there, Dan, off the top of your head? Do you remember?
About 19 seconds, mate.
Okay.
That's in the money there. If you can get sub 19, that'll do it for you. So we're going to need a couple of PBs here from the boys.
Alrighty, we're going to hand it over to the judges and get this second heat underway.
Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, look at the big, powerful strokes by the guys there. Gisellis, the powerful right-hander, and then, of course, turning beautifully there, the loping left. Who's going to take it out here? This is going to be really close. Let's get behind him, Wollongong. You can see the wood starting to go. Bang!
Couple of PBs if those cuts
bang,
are
bang,
good. Unbelievable work. The wood looks good today.
I'll tell you what, he was throwing leather there. That was fantastic stuff. I love when you have the left versus the righty. It just sort of adds to the dynamic a little bit of the competition. Looks like we're ready to get handed over to our judge, Steve Lorenz, for the official decision.
Both cuts were good.
There you go, Will Lovell, Zach Gisellis. Be happy with themselves there. That'll be a first and a second for that particular discipline. Points in this discipline for first place, it's 16 points. 14 for second, 12 for third, 10 for fourth.
Fantastic. So I was having a quick chat with Mitch Argent then, the big, powerful left-hander from Queensland. Looking forward to seeing him at the standing block. He is actually one of the best standing block choppers in the world. He has won the World Championship for the Chopperoos on his standing block alone, coming from second into first. I think when we beat the Kiwis a couple of years ago. Official times are on the board. Dan, what do we got?
Will Lovell.
Look at that,
Very happy.
14.06.
How about PBs? Left, right, and centre. Everyone has set one.
Flags.
14.06 for Will. Gisellis there, shaving a little bit of time off his PB as well.
Oh, very, very close. It's going to be very interesting coming down to our final two competitors. They're going to need to get their, basically be in and around their PB times to get the maximum points and keep that, just that little bit of a buffer on the lead. They've got their first and second in between third and fourth.
Extra points in this round too, guys. First place, 16 points. And then it goes 14, 12, 10, 8, 6. DQ, of course, 0. Dreaded DQ. Last two athletes here will reset on stage. We'll get them up. These are the two market leaders going into this round.
Basically, if they win this one, they're going to be very, very hard to beat going into the last lot of competition. waiting on coffee, probably having a latte.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
They're not going to get much better. I'll give you that tip.
Jump in the bay immediately.
In your own time there, but yeah.
Sharpening the axe. All right, boys, you want to head up?
Alrighty, give a big round of applause. Our leaders for the Rookie Championship. Let's give a big round of applause. Wollongong, Curtis Bennett and Matt Coffey.
Matt Coffey was leading coming into this round on 24 points. Curtis Bennett, last year's champion, just trailing him on 21. So they're going to be very difficult to beat should they get times up the top of the leaderboard here.
I don't have a PB for Matt Coffey, but I do have for Curtis Bennett. His PB is 12.52. Oh, what am I reading? Ignore it. 14.12.
That's the next one there, champion.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's Bennett that gets to the wood first. Very, very close on that chop. I reckon they might be having a look at that. Coffey looking solid there, but Bennett has come to play. Big, powerful strokes. This man wants his championship back. He's looking to get the drivers in. Bang!
Oh!
Statement
Curtis
made.
Bennett.
Hey, a very solid time there by Coffey. That's going to keep him in the business as well. 16.86. How'd it look back from there, Dan?
Well, it looks to me, as long as Curtis Bennett was okay on the start there, I think he's going to go to the top of the leaderboard here.
I reckon they're going to, in my very unexpert view, they're going to get a bit of a review.
On the start, he timed it, if it was legal, beautifully. PBs for both, should they be good?
Okay, that was decisive, one way or the other. Curtis Bennett's rookie championships will hold on this decision. Over to you, Steve Lorenz.
Both cuts are good.
Hey, fantastic stuff.
He does the old gladiator,
I swear
sideways thumb.
that was very gladiator-like.
Yeah, why do you do it to us?
Okay, so
Curtis Bennett's going to be a happy man.
I've got a feeling that's going to go under 13 seconds. Oh, there you go. On cue,
Your feeling
12
is
points.
justified, sir. Correct.
12.79. Is that a PB?
Yes, for both of them.
Wow. Fantastic stuff. That is going to get Curtis Bennett, I think, into first place.
I think so, yeah. If Matt Coffey's come in second here, there'll be 1 point separating them, I believe.
Ooh.
Going into the final discipline.
How
good is it?
It's really going to depend on how many points Coffey gets there. And there you go. So standing block chop. Bennett took out the maximum with the PB. The first two guys did that. 16 points. Lovell got the 12. Coffey all the way down there in fourth. So he got the 10.
So that means I think Curtis Bennett's going to be 3 points on top.
Yes.
He's
Going into the
jumped
last comp.
From under to over. 3 or 4 points in the lead. Here we go. There you go. 3 points in the lead.
Bang. So
Public school maths.
Yeah. It's going to come down to a last goal wins mentality.
We've got a Carl repeat going on here at Wollongong
Absolutely.
today. Even if you're on the other side of the equation, a Storm Roosters style arrangement. Bennett 37, Coffey 34, Lovell 32. There's your podium. On to Gisella's 32. All in the mix. All those athletes are in the mix because the dreaded DQ is 0 points. And then Rowan Chant down the bottom there.
Going to the last one here, what are the points worth? 16 again for a first.
We're going to confirm that there. Hold, guys. We're confirming. And then we'll be wrapping things up with the one board tree, the springboard.
One board tree.
One board, not one.
Okay. Alrighty, so they're just getting everything in place for the single buck. This one, of course, is the most physically taxing out of the 4 disciplines.
Really, misery whip.
Yes. Okay, so as we said, 37 points. So basically, if Bennett takes a first or a second, he could clinch things. Coffey takes a first. It really is going to depend on how much the points are worth for this one.
Yeah, we'll get confirmation on that.
And we've only got one PB here, which is Curtis Bennett 12.52, which is very fast.
We'll get the single buck explainer video up on the screen in just a sec. Let you know what the misery whip, aka the single buck, is all about, and then we'll rip in, and then we'll do one more discipline after that and crown our rookie champion for 2023.
With its peg and raker system, the athlete pushes and pulls the single buck saw through a 46 centimetre pine log. Their wedger oils the saw and drives a wedge between the cooking and trunk to help avoid friction hang-ups.
All right, there you see it. So it's easier said than done. So back in the day when they used to chop the trees, they had two of the guys doing this. So it's every man, and then when we obviously have the women, every man and a woman for themselves. When it comes to the single buck, this is going to be the most physically enduring of today's competition for the Rookie Championship. And it, of course, is the final discipline. And here we go. We can see how it's all going to play out. We've got Chant and Rowe going to be hitting up in Heat 1. Giselis and Lovell in 2. And then the two leaders, first and second, Bennett and Coffey, are quite literally going to be dueling it out, duking it out, bucking it out for that first position.
I'm loving the Bennett Coffey battle in the final heat of each discipline. So
Alrighty, so just so you guys know what's going on in the crowd there. So the guys are putting on their spikes on the carpeted area next to, of course, the entrance to the stage. They obviously can't put it on over the concrete here. It'd be like running out for a bit of Saturday rugby all over the concrete. It's going to blunt your spikes.
you can see Lane Chant there as well, taking off the shoes. Got the chainmail on underneath. We often get asked if the boys have got steel cap Dunlop volleys. That is not the case. They've got the chainmail on underneath should there be a slip, which I've never seen, Gats. 6 years of doing this. They're incredibly good operators.
I've seen one. It was on a springboard and it wasn't pretty.
Woof. But the chainmail,
No, I've never seen a cut on the legs. Touch wood.
safety first here with Steel Timber Sports. There's the overall standings up on the leaderboard again. So we're looking at Lane Chant and Tyson Rowe here, using their own saws, the peg and raker system. 2 metre long cross-cut saw worth about $3,000. The way that felled logs were cut down to size with two men in historical times. Not the most efficient way to do it now that we have chainsaws.
Mate, if I was strong enough, I'd just use the hot saw, which we're going to see a bit later on.
350cc chainsaw made out of a motorbike engine.
Jet ski engines as well, I believe. So it's all going to be happening later on in the day. And I'll tell you what, as often it seems to happen in the Steel Timber Sports series, it all seems to always come down to the hot saws. So don't go anywhere, because we have got action-packed adventures and Steel Timber Sports action coming up very, very soon.
And they're a pain in the arse, those hot saws. They are very temperamental. So you can see the best athlete get a DQ sometimes just because the hot saw doesn't start. Who would have thought that a chainsaw made out of a Honda motorbike engine would be unreliable?
Mate, not me. All right, so you're going to see the single bucks very soon. They're very long cutting devices. Definitely you wouldn't be using them in today's system.
We're suckers for punishment here at Still, though.
Absolutely.
We make our athletes jump on the misery whip for your entertainment. Fourth discipline here, and then we're going to finish it up with the fifth discipline, the springboard. Just the one board for our rookies, though. A one board treat. Brad DeLosa on the prowl, just making sure everything's all right. Checking on his fan club. There we go. There are the saws. They get screwed in between those two planks of wood there. They stay oiled.
I spot no tool on stage there. Senior, of course.
2 metre long cross-cut saw. We're about to welcome our athletes onto the stage. Got their spikes on, ready to go.
All right, Dan, who we got for this heat number one? We've got Lane Chant and Tyson Rowe. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Get them onto the stage. Here we go.
Currently 5th at 6th place. Going to be wanting to put on a show here. Add a few points on. Of course, Lane back after a 3-year break. Tyson Rowe, first time here at the Rookie Championship. Very happy to have him on board. So we're going to see the lads just get the saw set there And they'll cut into the wood just a small amount to make sure that it's all set and ready to go.
Cuts just so they can get the one with the hang up, so we see. So you'll see the guys don't the saw get caught. Slows much psychological technique, power. You got to get that balance.
Rhythm.
So
Back and forward. You don't want any hang-ups. You've got to start from zero again.
Yep. Looks like we can hand it over to the judges. Get this first heat underway.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1.
And they're off and soaring. Chan on 1, row on 2. Oh, it looks like there was a hang up, but it was actually in unison there. Looks like the guys, Rowe seems to be getting the technique, getting that long stroke going. Chan getting into it now nicely. The guys working through it. Give him a big round of applause, guys. Let's get behind him. It is very physically enduring. We want to be supporting these guys as they go through. Slight hang up there by Rowe.
Well
and he's got a
done,
nice
Rowe.
cut there. Chant looking to finish things off. Fantastic stuff by both the guys there.
Yeah, once they got underway, that's what we were saying. Those hang-ups can be devastating because you've just got to start from scratch again and build that momentum up. But once they got underway, they got into the swing of things.
And of course, the guys are a little bit tired. You know, this is the last competition. Of course, all the respective heats they're going through. So it's a last discipline. So they are a little bit tired. Second last. Oh, I'm just skipping stuff here.
Both cuts were good.
There we go. Fantastic stuff there, Dan. Exciting stuff in that first heat. What have we got coming up in the next one?
Will Lovell, Zach Gisellis are going to join us for the next heat. We're going to get the adjusted leaderboard up in a sec as well. We'll add the points on there for the two competitors we've just seen. Tyson Rowe going to pick himself up a casual 16 points there for first place. And Lane Chant is going to grab himself an easy 14. So as it stands now, Tyson Rowe has rocketed up to the top of the leaderboard, but that's only as our other four competitors haven't competed just
Absolutely.
yet. He's found himself on 38 total points, guys, but we've still got Curtis Bennett to come, and he's on 37.
Fantastic.
So-
So it's gonna come down, of course, to the every discipline is very important, but as you said, those dreaded DQs can literally end your day. So we want to be seeing the guys getting clean cuts, not getting too many hang-ups, and obviously, of course, progressing with maximum points. There we go. So, of course, that is 16 and 14. Those points, I feel a couple there are PBs for the guys coming into the competition quite fresh.
Well,
Will
Curtis
they-
Bennett's PB is 12.5 seconds, if that gives you any idea of how good he is at this particular discipline. All right, let's get the athletes out. The boys have got to change over, get their spikes on. They'll sit down to the chairs, throw the spikes on, and get up on the big stage. It'll be Will Lovell and Zach Gisellis in Heat 2 with a single buck, the penultimate discipline. Welcome, boys. Gisellis, Lovell, up onto the stage. Give them a round of applause as they head on up.
Alrighty,
No
so
spikes, guys. No spikes.
nah,
They're
not,
just
not required for the lads. So
not bothered.
Gisellis on 2, Lovell on 1.
The lads will get their saws set. 2 metre long cross-cut
mark,
saw, the
Will.
misery whip.
You've got to the mark. Right. Along.
So again, you can see they're putting a few cuts in there just so they can get the saw well rested in there, and they're not sort of starting on the log fresh. Just helps obviously get the grip and get the momentum going down.
Bit more.
Time to beat 20.63 from Tyson Rowe. That's a personal best for him. Setting his personal best there. Lane Chant shaving just about 4 seconds off his personal best to bring it into 24 seconds. So what you're looking for here, team, is under 20 seconds. Over to the judges.
Lovell on 1, Gisellis on 2.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off and soaring. Decent start by both the athletes. Looks like Giselle has probably got a longer stroke going there. Seems to be getting a slight hang-up by Lovell. It's going to cost him some time. Really wants to get that momentum going. Giselle is looking really nice here, working through the middle section. He's going to look to put in a good time here. Wants to get maximum points to stay in the hunt. Lovell a little bit off the lead. Has to go a little bit of work to do. Or slight hang-up there for Giselle. There we go.
Hang up there.
Nice
for
work there.
Giselle. Here comes
Lovell
Lovell.
finishing it off. There it is. Nice work. Give him a round of
He would
applause.
have had that 20 seconds in his mind, Gaz, and he's just got a hang up there at the end, which has pushed him out over the time set by Tyson Rowe.
That, of course, is the unofficial time, 22:03. I'd like to hopefully think that that's going to cut down into the 21s. Time will tell. Going to get the athletes to the front of the stage and hand it over to our judge for the official decision. Over to you, please, Steve Lorenz.
Both cuts were good.
Alrighty, nice work there by the boys.
Looks like Zach Gisellis will be in second now, which is equivalent to 14 points currently, but that is, of course, pending Curtis Bennett and Matt Coffey coming out on stage. They could easily jump up to the top and steal that 16 and 14. Let's have a look at some of the tools of the trade here at Steel Timber Sports up on the big screen. The 2-metre long cross-cut saws used for the single buck discipline are made especially for competitive sport. A series of consistently patterned 10-centimetre long teeth are cut with a laser on one side of the saw and then hand sharpened to an extremely sharp point. Cutters that slice through the timber and rakers that clear the chip out from the cut, just like on vintage saws. The saws weigh about 5 kilos and cost upwards of $3,000. There it is, the Misery Whip.
All right, it's all going to come down to this. The boys here, as we said, Curtis Bennett with a cracking PB, 12.52. If he can get that, he is going to be in the maximum points. Coffey's been fantastic all day and is only 3 points off that lead. So it's going to be anyone's chance here, of course, to get maximum points. Who will win it? We're going to find out very soon.
Official times are in. Zach Gisellis there, 21.8. Will Lovell, 26.94.
So we did get it under 22, which is good to see.
Yep, shaved a second off his PB. Everyone set a PB here. Will Lovell shaved 6.3 seconds off his PB. So well done to Will. But currently, as it stands in the single buck, Tyson Rowe, first place still. Zach Gisellis, Lane Chant, Will Lovell. So time to beat still Tyson Rowe, 20.6. So again, when we get the gents out onto the stage, that is Curtis Bennett and Matt Coffey. Eyes on the timer, sub 20. There it is, 20.63. Sub that, so underneath 20 will be enough to guarantee a first place.
Alrighty, let's get him onto stage. Let's give him a big Wollongong welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Bennett and Matt Coffey. Bennett on 1, Coffey on 2.
Boys will get their Misery Whip set. Just getting the Misery Whip sorted here.
So do we have the time to beat, Dan?
Yeah, 20.63.
So everyone in the crowd, just keep an eye on the clocks up ahead. Time to beat is 20.63.
Yeah, anything under that, the times generally come in when they're checked back on the tape, just from lag, from pressing buttons, etc. So they normally come in. So around 21 is going to be right in the money.
Yep. Here we go.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber.
Nice start by both the guys. Slight hang up by Bennett, but he's working through it beautifully here. Long, nice, deep strokes by Bennett. Coffey very much in the hunt here, but Bennett has kicked into overdrive. He's looking to get the time. He wants to keep it sub 20. Can he do it? 15. They're looking to get it both the time. He's done it. And Coffey, bang! 19.57.
Unbelievable work from our two leaders thus far in the competition. Curtis Bennett.
That is going to extend his lead and make it very exciting going into the final round of competition, Dan.
You're looking at first and second there. Curtis Bennett, he's going to push his lead out by 5 points, I believe, if the cuts are good.
Both cuts were good.
Yes, sir. Wonderful work from Curtis Bennett, last year's champion. Matt Coffey as well. I believe that'll be a PB for Matt. Yep, PB set all around there. Except for Curtis. Correction, Curtis Bennett outside of his PB, but fastest time of the day. So that won't bother him too much because he's racked up the maximum 16 points there. Matt Coffey second on the leaderboard, shaving 3 seconds off his PB. He'll get the 14. So we'll get that leaderboard up in just a tick. As it stands now, Curtis Bennett is indeed 5 points out in front, 53 total points, and his total time for the entire day is under 1 minute, Gaz. Matt Coffey in second on 48 is currently total time at 1:05. Can you believe that? 4 disciplines in, total time 59.98.
Mate, I just saw the flags and tuned out for a sec there. So if you want to get yourself a flag, thank you for that in-depth analysis by a colour commentator. Official times are on the board. If you want to get a flag there, guys, we give it a few away at the front. We're going to be waving them later for, of course, the television on 7 Mate, the Steel Timber Sports Series. Official times on the board. Bennett, as you said there, with the maximum points, 16, with a cracking time, 16.59.
Only one not to set a PB, Gaz, but he won't mind. He still won.
Yeah. That's all that matters, isn't it?
That's how good he is at that discipline, that he doesn't need to set the PB. He still picked up the 16 maximum points. Coffey, who's been in second place up to this point, was leading after the first round. He'll see himself overall on 48 points. And then we go down the list to Zach Gisellas, 42. Will Lovell, 38. Tyson Rowe, 34. Lane Chant, 24.
Fantastic stuff. Now, as you can see here, we are setting up for the springboard, but it's not your traditional springboard, is it, Dan?
Just the one board going in here. The pros who are going to come out this afternoon will throw 2 boards in. So they'll end up sort of 2 metres off the ground, chopping at that top log. There's your overall standings.
Oof.
Yeah, it's probably better to show you what the springboard is than listen to my nasal voice explain it. Let's have a look up on the big screen. What is the springboard all about?
The springboard imitates an old lumberjack technique to overcome hard rootwood. The athletes cut 2 pockets in a vertical log 2.7 metres high. With the help of the springboard, they climb to the top and cut through a 27 centimetre diameter log from both sides.
Pros 2 boards, our rookies today 1 board, Gaz.
Absolutely. So it's going to be a lot faster than the traditional springboard, but definitely just as exciting. Alrighty, so it looks like we're getting the final things underway. As you can see there, Chant and Rowe, as it's been throughout the Rookie Championship competition, are going to be getting things underway in this final discipline, the springboard. Those flags look fantastic out there. A little bit of wind picked up just in time to get them going. Good to see.
Some BYO umbrellas there. Well done, team. Grab yourself a cap from the Steel Merchandise stand as well.
Hut prices. Almost as hot as the hot sores. Okay, looks like we're getting the, as you can see, just the one board going to be loaded up here. For the pros later, they're going to be putting 2 of the springboards in, which is very, very exciting. But of course, for the rookies, a lot of these guys doing it for the first time.
Yeah, Lane Chant back after a 3-year break. Tyson Rowe, very happy to have him here. First timer, we love to see that coming through the ranks. Just setting up on stage now, ladies and gents. We might get your smiling faces captured on camera so we can get you as part of the coverage when we play this back on 7 Mate. We might swing the boom around, get you waving those flags nice and high.
All righty, get those flags up, guys. You'll be on TV. 7 Mate, Still Timber Sports Series. Check your local guides for competition. Look at that. The wind picked up just at the right time. Fantastic crowd out here in the Gong. Nice to see. Beautiful day for it. 30 degrees and fine. Nice work there. Good flag waving ability. Kind of really just holding it, mate. The wind's doing the rest. All right, we got a couple of the cookies with the Steel logo on them. If anyone wanted to grab those, we're going to give them out at the front here. If anyone wanted to grab themselves a Steel cookie, we've got, I think, 7 to give away. Just come up to the front and politely ask the guys. Oh, we've got a few more there. The guys have been prepping them they've been prepping him in preparation. There we go.
No man cave is complete without a Still cookie, or woman cave. What have you got going around at your joint? Pool room, trophy cabinet. Get yourself a Still cookie in there.
Got one more here, guys. There's one more here.
Just frisbee it, mate.
There we go. See if I can roll it here. I'll give it to this young fella. There you go. No, give it to the guy in the middle. There we go. I'll try and get one for you, buddy. I'm gonna take.
There'll be plenty coming out, team. Don't
give
stress.
it to the little guy in yellow. Alrighty. It's like a hostage negotiation, but it's a circular piece of wood. There we go. I think we did pretty well there. All right, looks like we're nearly ready to rock and roll. I think we can welcome our first competitors for this, of course, this final discipline, the springboard down. Who we got in this heat number 1? Looks like we got Lane Chant and Tyson Rowe, who've been battling it out all day.
Yep. Why change a winning formula?
Absolutely.
Lane Chant, Tyson Rowe going to kick us off. Then Will Lovell, Zach Zealous into, of course, Curtis Bennett, Matt Coffey, who are both up the top of the leaderboard. Curtis out ahead by 5 points. You can DQ on the springboard, though, if you take too long. Chant on 1, Rowe on 2.
Over to the judges for this first heat in the final discipline. Let's go.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Chant on 1, looking to get the springboard loaded. It's really important that you get a deep cut in there so the board, of course, does sit there properly. Rowe looks like he was going to get to it first, but Chant obviously being a little bit more nimble. He's able to sort of get up there a little bit quicker. You see that board sagging? We don't want that. But of course, luckily the guys only have to put in the 1. You want to basically be getting the board on the above that 180.
Yeah, Lane Chant's done wonderfully with his board here. Rogue a little bit up against it. Board starting to sag. He'll be turning soon. Lane Chant's put a heap of hits in that front there. He'll be pretty happy with that. There he goes around the back to put the drivers in. Let's clap him home, ladies and gents. Lane Chant, here he comes. Those drivers going in. Expected to come off any second now.
It's going the slice.
There she goes now.
Nice one. All right, 1 out of the way. And of course, Tyson Rowe putting a lot of work in the front side there. So he's only going to have to put a few of the slices in the back. But of course, and you see the grip there as well. The guy's obviously going with the overhand grip. But you see that board sagging. He wants to try and get that in there before that board slips out.
First time here, Tyson Rowe. Very happy with his involvement in the rookie
Let's give him a big round of applause. Get behind him, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, finish off. Here we go.
Go, Tyson.
Everything you got. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
It's time for a beer, mate.
Yes. You deserve it, sir. Well done. Welcome along here to the Rookie Championship. We love to see new athletes coming in, giving it a go. Lane Chant back after a 3-year break as well.
All right, we're going to get the athletes to the front of the stage, and then we'll hand it over to the judges for this official final decision for these athletes.
Both cuts were good.
There we go. Fantastic work by the boys. Give a big round of applause. Heat 1 underway down.
Lane Chant setting a PB there. Matt Gurr, who's a world champion of this, will get up 2 boards in about 50 seconds. So Lane Chant's done the 1 in 50. Got a bright future ahead of him. Strong young man. He'll be happy with his performance today. 3 years off. Will Lovell and Zach Gisellis are about to join us on stage.
Got enough weights on this, mate? Let's put one of my powerful quads on it. All right, so heat 1 underway. Of course, we've got Lovell and Gisellis coming up very soon. Just got to get the even tan there, mate.
Two heats left in the final discipline.
And of course, Coffee and Bennett, it's basically going to come down. If Coffee can win in the last, tell me if my math is wrong, because it often is, public high school kid.
Probably.
Yeah. If Coffee wins and Bennett comes in, say, third, does that mean that Coffee could steal the rookie championship from the cusp of Bennett? Is that correct?
Yeah, Coffee's still absolutely a chance here. 5 points to differential, but in the springboard, 18 points are awarded to first place, and that's 15 for second, and then we go down from there, 12.
It really is schoolyard rules. Last goal wins, isn't it?
Yeah, no blood, no foul.
Play on. All right, so looks like the boys are nearly ready to rock and roll. Looks like we've got the athletes on stage, so let's give them a big round of applause, please, Wollongong. We've got Will Lovell on stand 1 and Zach Gisellis. I always fumble his name today. Zach Gisellis on stand number 2. Boys just getting set. Good to see. So, Dan, can you just run us through their PBs here? So, in terms of what do they need time-wise? Because we've obviously got the first 2 times. So, they're going to be wanting to get maximum points here because it looks like first and second place is going to be a bit of a race, but third is very, very much up for grabs still.
Yeah, both of these lads have got a PB hovering just outside of the 1 minute mark. Will Lovell 102 and Zach Gisellis 101.99, so just inside of 102. And Lane Chant just did it in 50 seconds and set himself a new PB. Just under, actually, 49 seconds. So I'm expecting PBs here. I'm expecting under a minute from both of these competitors.
I'll tell you what, and Lane Chant looked very fit there. He wasn't blowing at all. I'm exhausted watching it, let alone actually having to compete in it. So
I'm very excited to see his career unfold, Lane. I'm very happy he's back in the fold. 3 years off. Lane Chant, fit young man.
Yep.
Be proud of his efforts today, but he'll be hoping to do better next year.
Of course, and you know there is of course that element of getting back into the swing of things. Pardon the pun. Wanting to make sure that going into the competition, you got a few years under your belt, get that consistency and always improving. We saw with Brody Dingle last year, who'd been away for a little bit, came back and set the world on fire and was very, very competitive right up until the last competition, which was fantastic to see. All right, looks like we're getting everything in place here. The springboard, of course, does take a little bit longer than the other ones. Chicken nuggies look right. We've got a couple of food trucks over there at the back there as well, so make sure you get in there because when we do break for lunch, the lines are going to be substantial. So make sure you get yourself a feed there. Support the local businesses, of course. Big thank you to, of course, the local council government giving us the space here. It's a beautiful day here in Wollongong for, of course, the original Extreme Sports, Still Timber Sports, coming up very soon.
Looks like we're just about there on the stage. It's a bit of a reset here for the springboard. Our tech crew doing a wonderful job, as usual. All right, let's send them up. Will Lovell, Zach Gisellis, head on up to the stage, lads.
Let's give a big round of applause, please. Wollongong!
The second heat and the second last heat in the final discipline. So current time to beat, Lane Chant, 49.28. That's what the lads are chasing here up on the stage. So keep your eye on that timer. You want it sub 50.
Alrighty, the guys just getting set there. As we said, Lovell on 1, Gisellis on 2.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Lovell on 1, Gisellis on 2, going stroke for stroke here. Going to put some deep cuts in there to get the boards loaded. Lovell probably is one of the more nimble of the athletes here. He's going to have a slight advantage, but you can see that board already sagging. You don't want that. That's going to lose a lot of your power. And then Gisellis looks like he's got his board in a decent position. A little bit of sag there as well. Dan, how's it looking from the back there?
Yeah, Lovell's board starting to sag a little bit here, but he's pushing through nonetheless. Gisellis really hacking at the front there. He's got wonderful board placement. Put a few more cuts in the front, did he, than Lovell.
Precision strokes.
It's helped him out. Lovell's into the back, putting in the drivers now. Gisellis is going to be behind him any second. Lovell, I tell you
It's going to
what.
be close. Who's going to take it out? He's going to look to put the slice in. There he goes.
Beautiful work. Forget about the sagging board. Doesn't affect Lovell.
That's a PB by nearly 20 seconds. Nice work. 50. I think we got 2 PBs there. We do. Give me a big round of applause. Unofficial personal best for both of these young rookie athletes.
Just watch Gisellis' time here. Given those cuts are good, that could potentially creep in and be enough to get him in second place. But Will Lovell's covered himself in not only wood chips, but glory here. That'll be first place in the springboard.
And that'll be the time to be unofficially over to Steve Lorenz for the official decision in the second heat.
Both cuts were good.
And there we go.
So 43 seconds is now going to be the time to beat for our next competitors, the big boys who've been leading all day. It's either been Curtis Bennett or Matt Coffey out in front. 43 seconds will be enough for them. Put it this way, should Curtis Bennett cut it in 43 seconds or under, he will win the day.
Game, set, rookie championship.
Thank you very much. It'll be back-to-back. So Matt Coffey is going to need to be substantially quicker than Curtis Bennett here. Personal best times of 47 and 43. 47 for Matt Coffey, 43 for Curtis Bennett. Time to beat is 42.8. Zach Gisellis' time just being confirmed here. Currently sits at 50.12. Lane Chant is ahead of him at 49.28. So Zach's has come in to 49.88. Hasn't come in enough to get him into second place, Gaz.
No, so thus far, Lovell has got the maximum 18 points, and Chant with 15. But of course, there is 2 guys to come, and they both have times that are very, very fast. Curtis Bennett is going to need to cut. They're both going to need to cut a PB if they're going to want to take the maximum points in this final heat of competition. So it's going to come down to this, ladies and gentlemen, in the final heat. Matt Coffey versus Curtis Bennett, the 2 guys going at it. If they get, they don't get DQ'd and they get in the top sort of 4, they're going to be definitely in the hunt to take out the rookie championship. Curtis Bennett with everything to lose, Matt Coffey with everything to prove. And of course, guys, once the rookie championship here is finished, we're going to have a small break, small lunch break, and then get everything set, because then it's time for the pros, for the original Extreme Sports, Steel Timber Sport Championship. Who's going to win it? We're going to find out very soon. Alrighty, looks like we're getting things underway for this final heat. These 2 boys are going to be battling it out to take the Australian Rookie Champion of 2023. It's all going to come down to this, as it often does in the Steel Timber Sports, down to the final discipline and the final heat of the day for the two guys.
So here's how it works. If Curtis Bennett comes in under 43 seconds, he wins. Game over. Back-to-back rookie champion. 43 seconds is the time to beat. Curtis Bennett will not be able to be chased down if he's under that. But if Matt Coffey has a substantial victory over Curtis Bennett here, we'll have to get our abacus out, do some public school math, and he might be able to get himself into the win.
Alrighty.
Curtis Bennett's PB is 43 seconds.
All right, we're going to hand it over to the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final heat. Coffey on 1, Bennett on 2. Over to the judges.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bennett, beautiful timing there. He's going to look to get the board in nice and early.
5 hits to the front, it looked like to me
Coffey
from
up
Curtis
first,
Bennett.
though. He's clearing it out. This is going to hurt his time. It's all going to come down to how many hits they're going to put in the front. This is, ladies and gentlemen, for the Australian Rookie Championship. They're going to need to keep this thing under 45 seconds. Bennett's board is sagging. That's going to cost him. Coffey is coming from his time. His PB is 47.88. If he can get anywhere near that, the championship is his. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some noise. Get behind the boys. Here we go. Slight hang up. He's going to need to put in the work here.
Matt Coffey could be about to win the Rookie Championship.
Oh!
Holy cow. Curtis Bennett is going to need to get up as soon as he can.
There he goes. Took it a bit more safe, but come on, Bubba. In you get there. Let's go.
Let's go,
Get
Bubba.
behind him.
Get behind him, ladies and gents. Go, Bubba. That's a nice flat board there. That should hold. He'll make light work up the top. And as we said, it's going to come down to the math here. How many points is Curtis Bennett going to be able to rack up for the springboard? Because Matt Coffey is going to take home 18. All of the points.
Unofficial at this stage. Let's get behind him here. He's been leading all day.
Here we go, Bubba.
He needs to get these points so he can obviously keep in the top 3 and get himself on that podium. Get a look to put the slices in soon. Has to keep it under 2 minutes, I believe, for it to not be a DQ. So it's against the clock here. He's got 17 seconds to keep it under and to keep his chances alive for a podium finish under 10.
Oh.
There he goes.
Okay, pending both cuts good here. Matt Coffey will have won with a PB time of 42.55. We're going to have to get it over to the officials to make sure everything was above board, that the start was good.
Shaving off. It looks like he shaved off close to 6 seconds off his PB.
And he may have
All right.
just won himself a rookie championship.
Over to Steve Lorenz for our final heat of this competition. Over to you, Steve.
Both cuts were good.
There we go. Give him a big round of applause.
It's maths time. Did you bring your pocket calculator, Gaz?
Yeah, this is what I studied algebra for, so I could calculate these sort of wins. Here we go. Pythagoras' theorem says that Matt Coffey should have won that, but we will see. So that was the fastest time. He was in second place. Now the thing that obviously was the big one was Curtis Bennett's time so far off his PB there has cost him. But will that mean that he slips? Will he still be able to get a podium? We'll have to wait and see.
Alrighty, hang tight, everyone. We're going to get the official presentation on here in just a sec for the Rookie Championship 2023 here at Wollongong. Thanks for having us. It's been wonderful so far. Then we're going to get the pros up on stage. We're going to do all that again with an added-in discipline, the hot saw at the very end. The chainsaw powered by a motorbike engine. 350cc it can be. Can cut 3 cookies in 6 seconds, even less. We're going to get all our competitors back out here.
Rightio, everyone. Let's get our athletes back up on stage for the official presentation of the Rookie Championship 2023 for Still Timber Sports. Give them a round of applause as they come up. Tyson Rowe, Lane Chant, Will Lovell, Matt Coffey, Zach Gisellis, and of course, Curtis Bubba Bennett. Gaz is going to take us through 6 through to first place here, and we'd like to introduce you to the Managing Director of Still Australia, Leeson Brook. Hello, sir. Hey, boss.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, in 6th place, please give a big round of applause for Lane Chant. In 5th position, Tyson Rowe on 40 points. Just missing out on 3rd spot, Zach, as I always struggle with the last name, Gisellis, sorry, on 51.
You're welcome.
Now, this, of course, means we're going for 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. In 3rd position, taking the bronze on 53 points, Will Lovell. It is, you can't see it from the front there. Stitch up. All right, in 2nd position, leading all day, just got pipped at the post on 56 points. Please give a big round of applause to Curtis Bubba Bennett. And that means, of course, last but certainly not least, in 1st position and your official Australian Rookie Champion for 2023 on 66 points, Matt Coffey! All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd winners. Please give a big Wollongong round of applause. And then one more round of applause for all our athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. The next wave of Still Timber Sport superstar athletes that are making their way through and will be competing on the pro circuit in no time, nipping at the heels of our pros, who of course are coming up next. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a short break, grab some lunch, grab a drink, and then of course we're going to have the pros competing next. Still Timber Sport Australian Trophy action is going to be coming up very soon. Don't go anywhere. See you soon.